Hello beer tubers and welcome to another beer review with me, Peter, the master of hobbits. Today looking at some more Alchemist beer that I got from Will, so thanks a ton to Will for the beer. We're checking out a new beer from Alchemist, to me at least, today, called Rapture. So Rapture is a 7% IPA, as they call it themselves. They call all of their IPAs like American IPA. They don't say like West Coast or New England or whatever. It's kind of its own thing, really, because it's somewhere in between both worlds. Usually. I don't know if this one's going to be like that, but we'll find out. So, Rapture. If you haven't seen it already, I'm doing a giveaway where you can win this and Focal Banger and Heady Topper along with Aaron Franklin's barbecue books. So check out the previous post I did about this. You can just look on the related videos or go to the main channel page and see how you can win by subscribing to the channel and helping us get to 10,000 subscribers, which is 50 subscribers from now. We got quite a lot of people subscribing overnight, and maybe we already reached the mark when this video airs. Who knows? If not, go check it out. If it already aired, check out the new one that's going to be airing once we hit 10K. But yeah, looking forward to this one. It's Citra and Galaxy hops. They do not talk about IBUs on this one, interestingly, because they talk about that on all the other Alchemist beers. I'm not sure if they do on Heady Topper either, actually. I can't remember. But at least they did with Focal Banger, which was 90. And yeah, Dead Fresh, a little, 2 weeks and a couple of days. So it's going to be fun to try this. Rapture. I love the artwork on this. I love it. Beer, glasses of beer flying around a church with a hand of God sitting there. Maybe it's John Kimmich with his beers and being a puppet master instead. If you caught that reference. But yeah, let's check this one out. So poured a very, very nice golden yellow color, lightly hazy. It's that kind of Conan yeast haze. It's hazy, but it's not like full-on New England haze. And as they say on the can, it's all about trying to preserve hop flavor and whatnot. That's the reason, or make it have a lot of hop flavor. That's why it's hazy. It's a byproduct of what they do. It's not an attempt to make the beer look hazy so you can market it. It says drink from the can because they believe the experience is best from the can, but we're a beer review show, so we show the beer in a glass. But it looks really nice in the glass nonetheless, and it had a huge frothy white head when I poured it out, because I did a bit of a slow pour, because I love doing that when I can do it when I'm drinking and reviewing beers on my own. But yeah, this looks great in the glass. Let's check out the aroma on Alchemist Rapture. Oh, that smells really nice. Very fruity and aromatic. It definitely smells more old school than most modern IPAs, or hazy IPAs. They're much more fruity. This is definitely fruity. I'm getting loads of citra and sweet citrus and orange and tangerine. And it's interesting, like, there's a little bit of a tropical fruit vibe. I'm getting like a little bit of mango, but it has like a classic resiny, oily hop touch. Like hot side hops. It's not all dry hopping in like boatloads crazy amounts. It's just like, man, it's an IPA that also still really smells like beer, which is awesome. And again, just like with Focal Banger, there's that nice touch of like bready, biscuity kind of malt. Oh yeah, it smells really nice. I'm just trying to like look for Galaxy. I think there's a little bit of a stone fruit edge, just like with Focal Banger. Nothing crazy, but it's like a little bit of a yeast ester. Nothing crazy. I'm getting a little bit. It's not as clean as like a West Coast IPA. Yeah, and then I'm just really trying to look for Galaxy. Galaxy is usually known for the melony kind of flavor, but also like some earthiness and some peppery vibes and whatnot. And I'm definitely smelling a little bit of like an old school earthiness and maybe even resiny vibes, but that's also just because it's a more old school beer, like hop resin. You really smell that more in this than you do in a lot of new school beers. Maybe there is a bit of melon on the aroma. But really, for me, this smells like a Citra bomb, but with some nice kind of peppery, earthy kind of undertones as well. And not like crazy dank or anything. A little bit maybe, just a smidge of it, but not as much as like in Focal Banger. But it smells really nice. Let's give it a taste, guys. Cheers, and thanks to Will for the beer. Oh yeah, real crusher. I can already instantly say though, I do prefer Focal Banger over this. I think this definitely, ooh, grapefruity. It plays more on, like, Galaxy is definitely very present on this, but the Galaxy hop profile is more of this uh, earthy, resiny, spicy, peppery flavor than like that juicy melon and slight tropical thing. I'm getting a lot of that. I'm kind of, I'm not 100% sure, not like dead set, but I'd imagine that's exactly the Galaxy hop providing that flavor. Mm. But it's drinking fantastically as well. A good bitterness, strong bitterness, very nice and dry. It really has like an earthy, resiny, almost like garlicky aftertaste as well, and like a drying, like peppery sensation, and like also drying, like bitter grapefruit and grapefruit zest. Maybe not like just a regular grapefruit. Not like, I feel like pink grapefruit is a little bit more fruity than a regular grapefruit. So it's more like a regular grapefruit, and then like that earthy, almost like dirty hop flavor on the aftertaste, but not in a bad way, but kind of like the old school hop profile, and a lot of it. And then up front, it's more of like bright fruits from Citra. It's really good. It's also a very well crafted IPA. I just prefer the combo of Citra and Mosaic. I think, I'm not entirely sure if it's like the same kind of base or whatnot for Rapture as Focal Banger, but it's just, yeah, it's just a bit more towards the earthy kind of resiny side. And up front, there's like orange, tangerine, sweet citrus, just that hint of stone fruit, like, and then it just cuts into like crazy earthy resiny. Like it's just drinking quite old school, more old school maybe even than Focal Banger, which is quite interesting. But I think it's just because the earthy, resiny, kind of garlicky flavors you associate with old school IPAs, you get that a lot from Galaxy. So it's like what you associate from like Chinook or Columbus or and whatnot, and that's part of it. And it also apparently depends a lot on what kind of hop product you use nowadays. If you use like regular T90 pellets, or if you use Cryo or Lupomax or Incognito, and all these different hop products, all these things play in on how hops taste. Because I tried a Chinook Coterie, Hop Food Chinook Coterie from North Park, and that was all Chinook, and it was super fruity, like crazy fruity. But that was because it was like a Michigan grown Chinook, and it was Incognito Chinook, and I think Cryo, something like that, like all kinds of different Chinook. I guess it's also due to process and whatnot. Whereas, this tastes more like, if I was blindfolded, I might not pinpoint Galaxy. I might say like, this could be Chinook, or like it's very chivy garlicky. It could be Columbus. It's interesting. Hops really work in many different ways depending on how they're utilized. Mm. But it's also just a crusher. And it's a really refreshing dry bitter IPA, which is, man, I missed beers like this. I really hope we'll see a trend of people trying to do something like this, because you know, I think eventually people will start doing something like this, and I think eventually the new school West Coast will also be something people will start to do in Europe. But I think this is a lot more approachable for people who like to drink haze, because it has a pronounced fruitiness, and it has a little bit of a sweet, juicy ester. It's a tiny bit. It's like next, like it's not as much at all as you're used to if you're drinking like crazy juice bombs, but I love this like restrained fruitiness. This is more about balance and different aspects of flavor from uh, the way hops are used and whatnot. Just like the different aspect of flavors in an IPA. It encompasses a lot more different things. Not saying that New England IPAs are one note. This just has a bit. It just falls in between like new and old, which I think is really cool, and I think it's really really good. I don't think it's world class as Focal Banger, just because I want a little bit more fruitiness in my IPAs. If maybe, I don't know, if Galaxy, if there was one extra hop in there to support Citra, because in this iteration at least, Galaxy is a bit more earthy and whatnot. I think I might like it more, but I still think it's really really good. Mm. But I don't think it's world class. I don't think it's world class, but it's damn good. like a 93, 94, something like that. It's very close. It's very close. Not a lot of people do IPAs like this anymore in Europe, and I really hope we'll see people start doing IPAs like this because it's really good and it's really crazily drinkable. Like the thing with these beers, they are very impactful with flavor. So was Vocal Banger, but they're still crazily drinkable. Like a lot of those crazy fun double IPAs and whatever I've reviewed, and also singles that are hazy from all kinds of hype breweries. They're awesome. I love them. But a lot of them, like, I have to share them with my girlfriend. I think they were like a bit hard to drink full pours of, unless you wanted to get sloshed or whatever. It's like doesn't matter. But like this is something I really want to just sit and drink, which is awesome. It's like drinkable beer, like beer that's really, really drinkable. I feel like I'm growing up, almost growing, if you can say like that. Like I just want to drink beer as well. That's really balanced and drinkable, and I'm really starting to see more, balance and drinkability and all these things. Like how much it really plays into, beer, and really starting to see why like it's just beers like this and like a lot of lagers and all these things like. Beers that are just quaffable and easy drinkable is something you can have a few of. How awesome that actually is. Like I think I took it for granted for a long period of time because I was thinking, it needs to be like smacking your face all the time. Smacking your face is amazing. I love it. But drinkability and like it, just a different, not over the top flavors are also really, really awesome. You just need to, I think. If you jump in the deep end with craft beer and go nuts with all the things going on, I think you kind of need to come full circle or something. You need to explore a lot before ending up like, man, right now I just want a Pils or I just want a Saison or I want a more old school IPA that's just done really, really well. But that's also one of the things. It's not just because I want old school IPA and it just also has to be done really, really well. Like this. So with that note, let's finish the review here of Rapture with a 93 4-ish. Really, really good IPA from Alchemist. So if you guys had a chance to try Rapture, let me know what you thought of it. Thanks a ton to Will for the beer. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And also check out the 10K subscriber giveaway if you haven't already. Yeah, share it. So we can get some more people following the channel and get to the 10K mark so you guys also can get some awesome beer. And I'm going to say cheers and see you guys in another beer review.